Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another bang, and y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we get down. So before we get started, we know we got to give a shout out to the beautiful ladies of the CU1Ts because they are always, the CU1Ts are always in the building. So y'all know how we get down. When you see the CU1T in the chat, in the comment section, make sure you show them some love and show them all the respect in the world. So go follow them on their social media outlets, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of the above. And y'all know what time it is. What's popping, people? We is in the house. Y'all didn't see the sweater. The sweater says no days off. You figure it? And that's how we rocking. Because I ain't got no days off. I might not be able to post the amount of videos that I post, but we still ain't got no days off because we got work to do. But today's work consists of the nephew, the first former HBCU quarterback to reach the Pro Bowl since Steve McNair, 26 Pro Bowl quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. And yesterday on UCSS, things got a little heated. We got McNuggets. We got Bull. We got Bush. Things got a little spicy. And G. Bush had to come in and calm some things down. Because Bull got a little bit beside himself. And Bush was over there like, listen, man. Listen. But anyway, we're going to let G. Bush cook. Because, G. Bush have to put things into perspective. Because it seems as if things can only be one way when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, there is no maturation process. There is no growth. There is no critique. Either you're good or you're bad. Everybody else, you can be in between. But with Shedeur, nah, that ain't possible. But let's talk about it. Now, it seems that, G. Bush have to get on this horse once again. Because yesterday on UCSS, him and Bull went head to head. Because Bull had one opinion. In Bull's eye, it was a matter of fact. Without a doubt. There is no need to try to argue the case. But you have to put G. Bush on the case. And G. Bush have to get them together.
That are in a position to start in 2026. Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, Tyler Shuck, and Jackson Dart. Of those four,
maybe five, Mike.
Dylan Gabriel?
No, what's his name? Will Howard.
Yeah,
I guess technically
possibly could start.
We could throw Will Howard into the discussion,
but he didn't play, so we can't talk about improvement. So
we don't know what the year 1 or year 2 jump for Will Howard is because he didn't play last year. So of those four, G, which do you think has the chance to take the biggest jump from where they were at the end of their rookie season to year number 2?
So I could give you two answers, right? I could give you, I think, to be honest with you, I think all of them going to improve. But you asked me who can take the biggest leap, and it depends on how far you started behind the rest of them. And the answer is obviously Shedeur Sanders. This is very easy. This is actually the easiest question that you're going to answer. And here, I'm going to break it down very eloquently and very quickly.
Put it back.
When you look at all those rest of those guys,
wait. Before you go on, I don't mean to cut you off. Mm-hmm. He was a Pro Bowler. Go on.
Oh yeah, we forgot that. Throw that Pro Bowl in there. Throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? Listen, let me just say this. All the rest of those guys, Cam Ward, Tyler Shuck, Jackson Dart, all the rest of those guys played way more than he did. Those guys were also guys that received, at some point of the season, the lion's share of reps. Right. Also, let's just be clear about this. Those organizations believed in those guys. they were when you see Cam unveiling jerseys, he's right out there front. Jackson Dart, when they was looking around, they had already been talking about Jackson Dart and get rid of Russell Wilson early with the Giants. Tyler Shough was always in the rotation getting rep. It seemed like to me and a lot of people that the coaching staff never really truly believed in Shedeursanders when they was here. He was fourth on the depth chart. So that's our
and that's the biggest part of this argument when it comes to Shedeursanders. He was fourth on the depth chart. The head coach didn't believe in him. He didn't get reps with the ones till he was actually in a game. He didn't ever take a snap from the center until he was actually in the game. And people like to gloss over that because they say that you're in the NFL and you should always be ready. Well, hell, he just got there. It was his rookie season. It ain't like he's been in the league 4 years and he been in that offense for 3.5 years, and then you should be ready when your numbers call. But, bro, we just got here this season. Was regulated to the back of the bus like we didn't count. But yet and still, they expect him to be great when everything that was put against him, he overcame it. He did better than the other two quarterbacks that started that season. But yet and still, these people still want somebody else. Let me let Bush finish cooking.
Already been established. But the fact of the matter is, he's going to now be in a position where, from the moves that they made in the offseason, it looks like they are going to give him an opportunity to be quarterback one. All the players that's coming in there and talking about it, all the free agents came in there and said, hey, I'm interested in playing with Shedeur. I like it. This guy is this guy is that. He's showing me some leadership. And now it's a difference between when you have somebody who believes in what you can do and somebody that is backing you. Because when somebody is backing you, they're going to give you room to make mistakes. They're going to give you room to do certain things. They're also going to try to put you in the best opportune position to succeed. So that always plays a big part in it. And the fact that the level of confidence you have is the difference between fighting an uphill battle. Tyvis, you know this. When you're on the roster, you're trying to fight for a roster spot. There's a level of angst that comes with that, because you always talked about how you can come in any day and be cut. You got to play 10 times better than this dude to even get the opportunity to stay on the football field.
That's a fact.
So when you get that opportunity where you saying, I'm on the depth chart and I'm traveling, you gonna put yourself in a position where you gonna feel better. You gonna go out there, play with better confidence. And a lot of this stuff from year one to year two about quarterbacks is confidence. Also, it's the roster. And lastly, they did exactly what they were supposed to. Go get me some linemen. They go get me Freeland. You got in a position. We just talked about these receivers. The upgrades coming is already been spoken about by Andrew Berry. So the offense will be better. The receiver will be better. I believe the play calling, I believe the playbook would be better. The confidence is in what he can do, and competition is going to make him better, because now he's going to get a Deshaun Watson that's coming in here ready to go and still sharp as steel. So I like it. I think he has, all of them will improve, but I think he started off at the lowest point out of all those other guys. And I think he has a greater opportunity to catch some of those people in terms of the biggest leap from year one to year two.
Now, that was a perfect synopsis by G. Bush. Shedeur started out on the bottom rung. Everybody else had a big-ass head start, including the other rookie quarterbacks from other teams. Cam Ward started from day one. Jackson Dart started week 3. Tyler Shough, it didn't take long for him to start. But all of these quarterbacks were already working themselves in the system. Their coaches were already providing them with the opportunities to get better with the starters. They were already taking reps with the ones. They were already practicing with the twos. Where Shedeur was nowhere close to that. He had Joe Flacco. Then he had Dylan Gabriel. And Dylan Gabriel been getting reps with the ones since OTAs. So for someone like Shedeur to start out at the very back and finish the season the way he did, with every obstacle against him, including his head coach, you can't say he didn't have a good season. Even in the 7 games he played, he might not have put up some of the greatest numbers, but from what he overcame, from where he started to where he finished, man, please. But we gonna let them cook.
Chris, who you got?
I agree with everything he just said for sure. I would say my answer, I'm not going to say Shedeur because you said Shedeur. My answer will be Tyler Shough. And the reason why I'm going to take Tyler Shough over the other ones is because
we're going to skip Tyvis and we're going to get to the best.
Than I thought they would. Mm-hmm. So for them to make the biggest improvement, I thought was unlikely because I don't think either of them are great. I think they're both decent, solid. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they're going to go from like solid as a rookie to fantastic second year. I could certainly be wrong. Ultimately, I went with Cam Ward because if you ranked how they played last year, Dart and Shough were 1 and 2, whichever order you want to put them in. Cam Ward was 3 and Shedeursanders was 4. But like Shedeur, Cam Ward didn't really play that well. Like Shedeur, he's on a terrible team with a terrible offense. But here's the differences. Number one, I just think Cam Ward's a more talented player than Shedeursanders.
He's the more talent. He's the most talented out of the
right. Four. He's more talented, number one. Number two, the Titans have already spent some money at wide receiver. They added Wan'Dale Robinson, who's not a superstar, but he's a good, solid wide receiver. And I actually think Calvin Ridley, even though he's past his prime, and I still think Calvin Ridley and Wan'Dale Robinson are both better than Jerry Jeudy, certainly more reliable than Jerry Jeudy. And both have new coaches, so you have the same thing there.
Is his play caller?
I don't even know. Who's the Titans coach?
Dayball, right?
It's Dayball.
Yeah.
Well, Robert Saleh is the head coach.
Oh, right. Dayball is yeah. So, and I just like I said, in the end, Cam Ward to me is a better player than Shedeursanders. I think his wide receiving talent around him will be probably a little better. And he was, of all the guys, he was the biggest disappointment last year of the quarterbacks, and he's more likely to play a full season than Shedeursanders is. Even if you think Shedeur is going to be the starter at the beginning of the season, which I think is probably the case, but you don't know. We don't know that for sure. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward, unless he's hurt, is 100% the start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And before we get into this back and forth with Bull and G. Bush, that is another huge problem in Cleveland, especially with the Cleveland media. But see, because they're so used to what has been taking place. With Kevin Stefanski, they went through 13 quarterbacks. And they're so used to going through 4 and 5 quarterbacks a season that they're not used to having one quarterback just start all season. And so that creates a problem because they keep going back to, we need another quarterback because we know that we're going to need more than one quarterback in the season because no quarterback has ever finished the season. Well, if that's the case, that's what Deshaun Watson is for. But they hate Deshaun Watson so much that they would rather lose with another quarterback that is unproven, that sucks for another team, than Deshaun Watson ever take the field again in Cleveland. And that right there, my friend, is an absolute ridiculous.
So
well, I feel like that's
a factor to me.
That's probably
now let's get into
all of them. Maybe Shedeur because of the competition.
I mean, Shedeur's the only one.
Should be the
Shedeur's the only one that's not 100% the starter week one.
Assuming health, but yeah.
Assuming health.
I think he is. He moving up to about in the 90, 95.
I don't know how you guys can say that. What has he done to get 95%?
What has Deshaun done?
Yeah, that's what people
see. Right there. What has he done? What has any other quarterback done on this roster that is better than Shedeur? Because Deshaun ain't played in 3 years. Dylan played, and we saw that wasn't that good. So once again, why are you asking that question? What has he done? What hasn't he done? He's beaten every single obstacle that you guys and your head coach has put in front of him and said he couldn't do. And he's done it. But I don't know why they, as a Cleveland media and fan base, think that if they don't make it to the playoffs, if they don't go to the Super Bowl, their quarterback sucks. Every quarterback you've had in Cleveland has sucked. So what the hell are you looking for? I think these people are just have ridiculous ideas of what a quarterback's supposed to be because they've never seen a good one.
People will say
Sean's done nothing, but they're going to add another quarterback.
What have they done?
Who the new dudes?
Who is it? Who is the guy that they can add?
But here's the thing:
at this point, that
the Browns could possibly draft a quarterback in the first or second round. Correct?
Sure.
I have that down.
The other teams are not going to do that. 100%.
I think the Browns are less than 5% chance of doing that.
Did y'all see Tyler's face? He's like, sure. Why are y'all still? That's the problem. Cleveland media does not know how to let a process take place. They want it now. And you can't get it now. That's stupid.
How could you say that, though?
I don't think they're going to
because the only other quarterback is Ty Simpson, and I don't think he's good.
We don't know that. Nobody thought Jackson Dart was going to go that high. Nobody thought Tyler Shuck was going to go that high, and they did, and they were good.
Yeah. Well, Todd McShay show sat up there and said that.
Jackson Dart, we talked about it. Jackson Dart was good in college. Jackson Dart was nice. Like, we talked about Jackson Dart. Like, Jackson Dart.
Here's the facts. Here's the facts.
Here's the facts.
Right now, there's probably no better option because I think Deshaun Watson is shot. So, okay, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's not a fact. That's an opinion.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
But here's some other facts. He was drafted in the 5th round.
Shedeur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He played, I guess this is not a fact, I guess, even though to me it is. He didn't play well last year. Now, we can make all the excuses, and they're fair. About the talent around him. He objectively did not play good football. There's no debate.
I think when you say objectively, didn't play good football, there are individual throws where you can see.
You say that about any quarterback.
Well, I'm just saying, there's individual throws where you can see the processing, you can see the touch, you can see the timing, you can see the accuracy.
Keep it real. He did not play well. Doesn't mean he's not going to play well. We understand the circumstances. We're going to be hard for anybody else.
Hold on. Here's the thing.
If you're going to argue he played well, then there's nobody's ever played poorly in the history of football.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've watched every single film. I've watched every single game 4 times.
Right.
I break down the film after the game. We go over the film and we talk about what you did good and what you did bad.
Yeah.
So when people say you objectively played bad, it's a black and white situation. What I'm saying is when you're looking at a rookie quarterback, you got to break down the good plays or the bad plays. That's how football works. It isn't just blanket you play good or you play bad. You watch every play.
You've never made that argument for any other player in the history of football. We've never talked about the.
See what I'm saying? It's always Shedeur just sucked. Where is the rest of it that went along with why he didn't play that way? Because you're not crying about that 33-yard passing game that Jackson Dart had. You're not. talking about Jackson Dart not making it through the season. You're not talking about the 3 bad games that Tyler Shook had before he started playing well. You're not talking about Cam Ward playing poorly at the beginning of the season, but looking so much better at the end of the season. Shedeur started so far behind everyone, including the quarterbacks on his team. But, we're going to let Bull try to make his point.
Nuance of playing. Obviously, there's nuance in every conversation.
I make that nuance about every player.
Are you saying he played good last year?
There are sometimes he's played well, and there's sometimes he had things to improve on.
So then no quarterback's ever played poorly in the history of football?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Here's the thing. When you're talking about it, you have to point out the good as well as the bad in the context of the situation. Here's the thing. I think we've got to the point where in sports talk, we either say it's black or white, good or bad.
I'm all about nuance, G. Bush. But the bottom line is, if we're giving an overall grade, you got to say A or B. You got to say good or bad.
No, you don't have to say
There's
overall.
Always nuance. Why? That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying is overall.
Yeah.
If you want to ask whether or not, because we still get caught up on this, I'm watching the plays.
Okay.
Right? I'm seeing the plays. I see what you did right there.
Yeah.
Other people see what you did. So there are people that are going to say that there is a reason. Let me ask you a question. If Todd Monken and the Cleveland Browns had an opportunity, and Andrew Berry had an opportunity to upgrade that position, why did they not do it? And why are they saying that he has these elite things? Now, elite means
that part right there. If his coach is saying he's elite in this area, in this area, in this area, and his teammates are saying he's good here, 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 and we're going to play hard for him, why can't you understand that? Because y'all want the Browns to definitively come out and say Shedeur is QB1. But you can believe Jason Lloyd and listen to Jason Lloyd with all the bull crap he spews, and then not a football game has been played. Nobody in the regime, Todd Monken's staff, has told Jason Lloyd anything about shedeursanders. But when he says Shedeur can't read defenses, Shedeur can't see through coverages, he can't roll the protection, he doesn't know what he's looking at, that's supposed to be gospel. And no one in that building has talked to Jason Lloyd, because he's saying it as if this is new information that I just got. When people keep telling me that he can't do these things, what do you expect me to believe? When the people that told you are no longer there, their information no longer matters anymore, what they told you. But, we're going to let G. Bush finish cooking.
Over the top, good, dynamic, awesome. Right. If they say he has that elite, why
they didn't replace him? It could be a variety of reasons.
Because they like him.
That could be one of the reasons. They could also be like, well, we're not going to spend money on a guy who we're not sure is better. It's not like, who have the good options been to replace him with?
Mac Jones.
Number two, what they say means nothing. You take it all with a grain of salt. You know that.
Here's the thing.
You know that.
Here's the thing. What I'm saying is, what they saying and what they doing.
Well, you're judging what they're doing based on 1 week of the offseason.
Oh, no. I base it on 3 weeks. 3 weeks in
It's been a week and a week. It's been a week. Free agency started last week.
Hey, I'm just looking at.
It's been 1 week.
Nobody showed up. Kyler, Malik, Anthony,
get them.
All of them. They didn't show up. They're not here.
You talk only 2 guys have changed spots, Kyler and Malik. There's other guys.
Geno Smith, he's not here.
Well, why would you get Geno Smith? He's washed up.
That's what I was saying. That's why he's not here. People was advocating it.
Nobody was advocating for Geno. I know that. Don't be
I got the film.
Nobody was advocating.
I got the film.
Nobody was advocating.
I got the film.
Stop.
All I'm saying is, who's here and who's not?
Let me ask you this.
Afternoon Drive was advocating for Geno Smith. Hell, I made a video about it. Go watch it. They wanted Geno Smith. Hell, they still advocating for them, that boy in freaking Indianapolis. Why? Anthony, why are you still trying to get him? What difference does it make? Because it's still anybody but Shedeur or Deshaun. They don't like Shedeur and they hate Deshaun. Don't know why. Deshaun was one of the best quarterbacks in the football league before he got hurt. Didn't get hurt till he came to Cleveland. Well, all quarterbacks go to fail.
Question. If you look at every quarterback that played at least 7-8 games last year, was there any quarterback in the league that had a higher percentage of not good plays than him?
Yeah.
What do you mean percentage of not?
You
good
said
plays?
Let's be nuanced. There's some good, there's some bad.
I don't watch.
Shedeursanders.
I don't watch. Here's what I'm saying. I don't watch every other. I'm not watching every other
quarterback. We can't have a discussion if you're gonna say Shedeursanders didn't play badly last year. How can we not have a discussion?
Because that's where the premise starts. Some people think he's bad. Some people think he's good.
No. I'm not saying he's bad or good. I'm saying he played poorly last year.
There are times
that doesn't mean he's bad.
There are times you make poor throws, right? Yeah. But there are times he made awesome throws.
Every quarterback can do that. So if we're going to do that, then we can't say any. So we can never say anybody's good or bad forever. So is that what you're saying?
Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Take it for Todd Monken. He said he has elite playmaking ability. If you don't believe that, ask Todd.
Okay. So because he said that one thing,
it's his coach.
He said that one thing. That means he's definitely going to be the starter.
He also said he had way better mobility than people gave him credit for, and also he also talked about the leadership capabilities. Okay. He said 3 things.
Let's just.
And there it is. And there it is, straight out of the horse's mouth. So why are we even trying to have that argument? See, Bull was dying on a hill he shouldn't have never died on. Trying to make a point that Shedeursanders played bad last year. Yes, in some games, sometimes he did play bad, but sometimes he played freaking awesome. So what are you saying? He was better than the quarterbacks that started before him. You want to know how we know? Because he got more wins than the quarterbacks that started before him. He got more yards than the quarterbacks that started before him. He was just better. But you are continuously looking for another option instead of letting the man develop. It's his first year in the league, and y'all act like y'all supposed to be world beaters when you know you weren't. But it's all on Shedeur. It's his fault. When everything that was supposed to be for him was against him, including his head coach. But now, because he didn't play like freaking Brett Favre from day one. Brett Favre was a gunslinger. He threw plenty of interceptions. He also won a lot of games and a Super Bowl. It's just the fact that it's Shedeur. Because if it was Tyler Shuck in Cleveland playing that bad, they wouldn't care. They'd be like, okay, let's get him out here next year and see what he can do. Which is horrible for the Cleveland media when this is supposed to be the team that you support and you want to see them fail more than anything. But anyway, man, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Leave your comments down in the comment section. Do not forget to hit the little star down there at the bottom. Hype your boy up right here. Hit the star. Hype your boy up. But anyway, man, we're going to get out of here. Appreciate y'all for watching. G. Bush always holding it down. We're going to get out of here. We glad to see Bush back. Peace out.